Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 27 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. It's dark out. I've just been outside taking care of a couple miscellaneous tasks and I saw a bat flying around my base. So I went and captured him in a golden lasso. And you might be, oh, I hear another one. Maybe there's another one out there even. Sweet. Yep, there is one. Nice. Another one floating around. Bats are funny. Like sometimes, like you just see them all over the place, and other times, like you could hunt for an hour for them. So because I saw one outside, and I kind of want a bat, and I'll explain why. There's a lot of bad guys out there. I should really light up the area around my base, or prevent mob spawning some way, somehow. But to carry on what I was saying a minute ago, I would like to do something with this bat. Those of you who are familiar with modded Minecraft might know why I have a bat and a lasso. Those of you who are not may be wondering, why do you need a bat for, Direwolf? Well, step 2. I have to head to the Nether. Dun, 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 dun. There's something I'd like to get over there. Now, I want to make sure that I have my charged porter with me. Hooray. While I'm there, I'll probably harvest some more nether quartz, probably pick up a few other nice things to have. Let's see. Oof, that's cool. I need to find, and I don't know that I have yet. Have I found? Let's see. Let's make sure we're looking at. There's a way to see the Nether, isn't there? Okay, I don't know why it's not working, but. Ow. It's hurt. You know what I should do? I'm totally going to make something to help me survive this Nether trip a little bit better. This is a cool plan. I know what I'm going to do. So we're going to do two things. One, we're going to make something to make sure we can survive the Nether a little bit better. And then we're going to head to the Nether, and I need to find a Nether fortress and some wither skeletons. That's pretty much where we're at. Oh good, the sun's coming up. So what I wouldn't mind is a specific amulet from Botania. And that would be the Pyroclast pendant. Sweet. If we got the Lexica Botania, which may be in here, it is, and we looked up in the index, the Pyroclast pendant, it's a bauble that absorbs low heat. It basically immediately puts out fire. It doesn't protect you from standing on fire and lava. There's an upgraded version of this pendant that does, but basically making one of these would be nice. So I need a mana steel ingot, some runes of fire and summer, and a mana-infused string. Okay. So good news, bad news. Good news is that, well, no, just bad news. Oh, look, atomic reconstructor. Can make nether wart out of mushrooms. Ooh, that's cool. I can get a mushroom and make nether wart. Okay, cool. Nice. So mushroom over here. Manual crafting looks a little something like this. Let's make sure that you are disabled for the moment. Do what now? Active with signal. Why you feel like picking up items? Are you getting a red? Oh, he might be getting a redstone signal. Active without signal? There we go. Nice. Now we have another wart. Excellent. So never mind, I can carry on and craft this. Cool. Because the rune of fire that I need requires another wart. So let's go outside and start crafting what we're going to need to craft for all this good stuff, right? We're going to need these guys. We're going to need a couple of these. So the rune of air is the first one I'll make. String, carpet, feather, mana steel, mana powder. Cool. Looks like we got 2 mana powder in there. String, and mana steel. There we go. Nice. And there might be a couple of these in our future. We'll want to get our wand. At some point, I'm going to make something that's going to make it a little bit less or easier for me to do this. So that's ready for Rune of Fire. Now, Rune of Summer that I'm going to need is Air and Earth. I had an Earth rune from earlier. And then we're going to need Watermelon, Slime Ball, and 2 Sand. Cool. So we have a Slime Ball. We have 2 Sand and Watermelon. That's cool. We can get it from plant drops. And that's about it. So there's no good way to get melon seeds. Let's pop over to one of the villages we've got and found. Let's see if I can find a watermelon. So I've got my charged porter. Let's pop off in this direction. I know we've got villagers off in this direction, right? Potatoes, wheat. I don't suppose any of you would love to sell me some seeds. Hey guys, you are going to need to learn how to stand a little bit better than you are. You're not doing a good job of standing. You're doing a very bad job of standing, if I'm being fair. Ooh, look, more things over here. Flax, coffee, canola. Not seeing anything that looks like a melon, though. Must have already looted this stuff. I mean, I'm sure I did. We're a few episodes into the series now. Just poking around for something, anything. That would be melon seedy. Okay. So with that failing, let's try Pam's, because we do have Pam's Harvest Craft now. There's the market, which requires an emerald. How am I for emeralds? Whoosh. If I made a market, how am I for emeralds? I have 15 emeralds. Nice. Did I mention one of the mining caves I have downstairs is kind of leading towards some good stuff? So I need some wood and wool. Cool. So market, check, and then I can trade an emerald for pretty much any kind of seed in vanilla or harvest craft. So let's flip through the dictionary of all the different kinds of seeds that are available in Pam's Harvest Craft. This will get me melon seeds. Melon seeds. Cool. So buy. Hey, look, I've got melon seeds. Awesome. Look at that. So there you go. There's a way to get melon seeds. Let's get a few pieces of bone meal. We will sag mill this thing up. And then while we're at it, we will also get ourselves our watering can. Watering can, where you at? There you are. Nice. Bone meal is a check. Melon seeds are a go. Let's go put these somewhere that makes sense. Like in this general area here, maybe? So if we bone meal this up, and then watering can it, gotta fill her up with water. Go, melon, go. Hooray, a melon! So I'll just leave that there, and he can continue to do things. Cool. So now that I've got a melon, times 7, awesome, I should be able to pop outside and make our rune of summer, which will be air, earth, melon, 2 sand, and slime. Now the nice thing about making the tier 2 runes is that you get the tier 1 runes back. So I'll get that rune of earth and air back when I make the rune of summer. Sweet. We're also going to want to turn 4 of these string into mana infused string. Easy peasy. And then we will drop our living rock on here, get our wand of the forest ready, and I just barely missed it. See, got my rune of air and earth back. Sweet. And then we're going to want mana steel, mana powder, gunpowder, nether brick, and nether wart to get our rune of fire. Awesome. And while we're here, let's inventory sort. Wheat can go away, all these eggs, all these feathers, all these seeds, and all this bone meal can go home. Cool. So now I should be able to make myself a pyroclast pendant relatively straightforwardly. Cool. You go away. You're good. The runes can go home. Living rock, I'll put back outside. Actually, let me grab those runes. I've been kind of keeping the runes over here. So having them all in one place would be kind of smart. And then you can get that stuff back. Awesome. Okay, cool. With that in mind, right-click Pyroclast Pendant to equip. I like how it shows on your character that you've got it on. It's so cool. Nice. Okay, so to the Nether we go. The nice thing about this is that means that I will now be relatively well protected. Hey, what's up, zombie pigman? You should probably not be coming out. Relatively well protected from fire in the Nether. I can't go jumping in lava. Like I said, there's another bauble that gives you that ability. But at least for now, if I light on fire, I'm immediately put out, right? So like catching fire, not a big deal. Lava hurts, but immediately extinguished as soon as I get out of it. Totally useful. All right. I don't know that I've found another fortress just yet. And I would like it if I did. So, like a... Yeah, there we go. Cool. I thought there might have been one. Sweet. I made it. Cool. Well, now we just need to find some weather skeletons. Exciting. What I'm going to do is work on this off camera. Well, that was close. Did you see that? Oh, blaze water. Nice. Awesome. Let's waypoint this. Blaze spawner. Cool. That's good to know where that is. Because as I want to get more and more stuffs, I'll be in good shape. Alright, so I'm going to find some wither skeletons off camera and kill a bunch of them and get some nifty items, and then we'll come back once I've gotten those items. There's another blaze spawner over there. Even nicer. So that'll be good. Cool. Alright, back in a few minutes. Alright, you guys, we are back. And I got myself a cursed lasso. So these drops of evil drop from the wither skeletons. Got one and decided to run back home because it was easy. Charged porter for the win. So what do I want to do with this cursed lasso? Pop right back to the Nether with it. That's right. I was gonna just like craft it and then record right from the Nether, but then I decided to pop home and drop off some of the junk that I had accumulated in my inventory while running around killing blazes and withers and skeletons and all kinds of good stuff. So now I need to find a ghast. The reason I need to find a ghast is I need to capture one in this lasso. Now the catch with ghasts, or pretty much any monster, capturing it in the lasso here, dodging fireballs, not like it matters, because I can get hit with fireballs all day long and it won't hurt. The catch with the cursed lasso is the monsters have to be pretty close to dead in order to capture them. Like if we try and capture this, zombie has too much health. Reduce to 2 hearts. So they have to be at or below 2 hearts of health in order to capture them in the lasso. Oh, ghast. Come here, you. Oh, that was a high place. I didn't think I jumped that high. Of course, the hardest part of this capturing of a ghast is not being able to fly. Pretty brutal. Luckily, I died in a not terrible place. Ah, running. Putting on my baubles. Fire's no longer a problem. Let's just get some health. Ah, gassed. You're really in a bad place for me right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe blazes that won't do all this damage to me. Whoa. Ah, you know what? I forgot to put my armor back on. Alright, let's do this properly this time. Yay. Armor, baubles, good to go. Drill, you go here, teleport wand, good enough, right? The only thing I'm really going to need on my hotbar, I should probably grab the cursed lasso, but yeah, now we're cool. Ow. Yeah, because the fireballs still hurt, obviously. You just don't get lit on fire. You know, without iron armor, they hurt a bit more than you might expect. Well, or maybe just exactly what you would expect. Just not what you're used to when you're used to wearing armor. So anyway, ghast, how's it going? So I need to, like, get you to be in a position where I can damage you. I don't want to hit him with knockback, and I don't want to hit him with anything that does like a significant amount of damage. I don't know. Come here, you. There are two ghasts battling for my attention. One of them wants to be captured by this lasso, I know it. Gotcha. You see that? Caught him. Nice. I wasn't sure if my sword would one-shot him or not, but it got him down to half a health, which is just enough. Now I'm teleporting home. Nice. So I've captured a ghast in my cursed lasso, and there's my death info gravestone. Throw away some other stuff. I also have that bat in the lasso that I captured earlier. So if you capture a ghast in a cursed lasso and a bat in a golden lasso, you can use it to make the angel ring from extra utilities too, which is cool. It requires 32 grid power to use, but it allows you to fly with creative flight. Beautiful. So that's what this episode has been all about, getting myself a form of flight. It does two nice things. A, it gives you flight, and B, it also nullifies fall damage, which is super nice. So flight achievement get. I'm thrilled. Acquired a couple deaths, a little bit of an adventure, but I think we had fun. So FYI, the angel ring does not count as a bauble in this version. So don't try and bobble it up. Now that we've got this up and running, let's do a couple other cool things. So the next objective that I would like to accomplish is heading into the deep dark from extra utilities. This is a nice place because basically it's there we go. Pretty much a place where you can go to mine. It's like a dedicated mining dimension. However, it's not without its perils. It is a little bit dangerous down there. So we're going to want to make sure that we have torches ready. And there might be a couple other nifty things we want to do. I'm going to go ahead and pop this overworld portal to the deep dark right here in the corner of my house. Might wind up moving it eventually. Let's make sure whenever you go to the deep dark that you bring many a torches. Like many. All right, I'm going to bring a stack at least. And I want to make sure that my charged porter is ready because there is some dangerous stuff down there. You know what? Let's actually... Yeah, we're good. I've got everything I need for the most part, so just stand on the portal to get teleported to it. And you will find yourself heading to the deep dark. Nice. All right, cool. So we'll just update the lighting in here a little bit. And we've got... Nice. So there's your overworld portal. This is how you get back. Obviously, just standing on it will get you back, or you can teleport back with your charged porter. Super handy. We are currently at Y level 179, which you can see on the right-hand side there. And we're going to want to pretty much mine down. And you know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my drill into 3x3 mining mode, which what I've been doing is keeping in my mining backpack, my mining drill augment. Nice. So 3x3 mining mode is pretty awesome. Basically makes your drill act like a hammer. Now, here's the deal with the deep dark. Anywhere you go in the deep dark, you can be assaulted by, I believe it's called a grue. And it's a pretty nasty monster. And you want nothing to do with it. It can only attack you in the dark, though. So make sure that wherever you're going, it's well lit. It's called the deep dark for a reason. And that's because it's deep and it's dark. Having the charged porter before you come here is absolutely recommended. I mean, obviously, you know, or flight. Flight's also good. Because you typically spawn at the top of the world, and then you have to work your way down. So I can hear monsters and stuff down there. We are getting there. We're currently at Y level 133. So more deep dark travels to go. Like I said, there is a 5x5 upgrade. Hey, here we go. Nice. Okay, cool. There is a 5x5 upgrade for the mining drill, which mines in a 5x5 pattern, as you might expect. which works out pretty well. So this is why I wanted to get flight before I came here, right? This is why. You typically spawn, like I said, this is a normal spawn. It's not unexpected. You typically spawn at the top up here, and you can work your way down. Now, the good news is that there tends to be more ores in the deep dark. Oh, you might also notice, by the way, that I removed cobblestone from my mining backpack void. I've been sorting it into that storage drawer back home. Sweet. All right, so should we go down there and start mapping out some... Man, that place looks crazy. Let's go for the jump. We've got our angel ring. We've got our charge porter. We're ready to roll. Whee! Very dark down here. Let's light it up just a little bit. What do you say? At the very least, make sure you light up a good amount of area. Like I said, there's a really nasty monster that will show up. Let's see. Are these creepers a little more? Yeah, they look like they hurt. Let's make sure that we know where the center of our location is. So I'd like to... What I wish I had was... I don't know if there's anything in the pack. I need to check, because I'm really not sure if anything exists that lights up a larger area. There used to be blocks here and there from a couple different mods, but I don't know how much really exists at the moment that can do that. We're going to have to investigate. So let's get just enough of a lit up area that we don't have to be too concerned with stuff, right? Like I said, you want to make sure to bring lots of light. I hear something. Oh, it's a witch. Okay, it's just a witch. I thought I heard something that I didn't recognize the sound of, and I was worried for a minute. By the way, this F4 light level overlay is the best thing ever. Alright, let's come back in a minute. I'm going to clear out many of these monsters that have shown up here. We'll be right back. Witch, please. So a decently lit area. What is this? Oh, I've got slowness from the witch. But I used up all my torches, so I'm teleporting home to get myself more. Charge porter and angel ring. Like I said, totally useful when you go to the deep dark. Alright guys, here we go. So what I've got... You can just tell by looking at this tunnel that I dug straight down that ore distribution definitely seems to be a bit improved here in the deep dark. And look what I'm finding. This is the first time I'm finding this. So in the Darrell 20 pack, we added extreme reactors, right, at some point. And I definitely have retrogen turned on. So we should have, like, ores generating. So you should have, even if you've explored your world already, found yellorium in it. I've had no luck with that. So I don't know if I'm just really unlucky in the overworld or what the deal is, but I've literally found none. And I've even tried tweaking it a little bit myself to get it working. Not so much luck. Ooh. I even just found emeralds down here, which is awesome. More reason to go to the deep dark. So I'm pretty much mining way down deep underground at a relatively deep Y level. And trying to see what other kind of good stuff I can find down here. Silverfish. Well, that's something I found down here. Silverfish are so hard to hit. Just gonna clear out this big old area just because. I don't know where this is coming from, but it is not a welcome thing. Silverfish, please. There we go. Good enough for me. Alright, continuing to mine, I'll let you know if I find something cool. Ooh, now look what I found. Draconium ore. Nice. That is super fancy, and I'm excited to find draconium down here too, because that means we have an option to start with draconium. Draconium ore doesn't spawn too high up. It tends to spawn in the deep dark, like right around Y levels 8 and below, it looks like. So 7 and below, it looks like. You can see here, 0% at Y level 8 and 9. 7 is like 0. Like super less than 1%, right? Like less than 1.1%. 6 and 5 and stuff. So that's why I'm mining way down here at Y level 4 to try and find draconium ore, because I want to make sure I'm finding it. You can find it in the overworld too, but I've been mining at Y level, I want to say 7 or 8 or 9, so that's why we haven't found it too much. I'm gonna mine a little bit and then come back. Alright guys, we're back. So, I've kind of cleared out this long tunnel. I just want to give you guys an impression of how much I've actually mined. Not a whole heck of a lot. This is where we wrapped up the last segment, like right through this wall is where those silverfish were. And I ran into lava literally like the next block I broke after I stopped recording. So I just turned around and went the other direction. And I mean, not a whole heck of a long distance. And let me show you what's inside my backpack here. A ton of stuff. Like a ton. So I'm going to go ahead and say, my vertical, yeah, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and say that there's definitely more world gen ore down here, which is awesome. So let's teleport home, whoosh, and totally drop off all this loot. We're going to pop into our basement, courtesy of our staff of traveling. We can deposit all our mining backpack loots. There you go. Put all this stuff away. Sure, why not? And there we go. If we popped out over to our area over here, we should see a bunch of ores being processed. Nice. Cool. And then, of course, we're exporting lots of ores as well. So all the stuff that I collected is being refined. Cool. So now we have the Deep Dark. It's a good place to go mining manually, but at some point, probably very soon, I'd like to upgrade and switch over to an automated mining type system, which will probably require more power than we're generating at the moment. So we're going to have to figure out a couple solutions for power gen options, which, you know, frankly, it's getting to be about time. These lasers could go with upgrading. The capacitors I have around my bases could go with upgrading. The one that I've got over here is probably fine as a 1,000, like 1 million store, 1,000 transfer. But I'm thinking this guy should probably be upgraded. He only holds 5 million RF at the moment, and this guy, being a 1 million, definitely could use upgrading. All right, so let's go ahead and upgrade one of these guys now. I think it's a good time. So Vibrant Crystal, boom. That's one of the things we're definitely going to need to make a Vibrant Capacitor Bank. These can hold 25 million RF, so definitely a lot more RF than we're used to being able to hold. We're also going to need electrical steel, which I don't think I've taught this thing how to make. And silicon is starting to become a question for me. Did I teach you how to make coal dust? I totally did. Nice. So silicon, coal dust, and iron. We're going to specify this combination, right? Iron, coal dust, and silicon. I definitely have to figure out how I'm going to craft silicon in a reliable way. So these guys are all obviously cooking, right? Like you're making glass and doing good things. I want to combine these real quick in my alloy mode smeltery. And that should get sucked in. Nice. Cool. I already had some, but now we have more, which is good. So into this guy goes electrical steel. So now we know how to craft that, which is super helpful. Let's get our Vibrant Capacitor, because we should be pretty much ready to go with this. All we really need to get Vibrant Capacitor is 1 more electrical steel and 4 octadic capacitors. So I'm going to craft one of these, and then 4 octadic capacitors, which is going to require a decent amount of stuff, but that's fine. Okay, so kick that off. That will start working its way towards making what we need. That's going to be the 25 million. Now, my main question is, how do I want to distribute my power? I'm thinking I want the 25 million to be here, because this is my main base. But it seems silly to have 25 million at my main base. This guy, so when we have the 5,000 RF a tick transfer rate, I mean, at this point, we definitely need to upgrade our lasers, right? So what's involved in upgrading these lasers? Do I know how to make more lasers? Not really. If I want to make these, that's no problem. If I want to upgrade them to the advanced energy laser relay. Empowered Enuri crystals, huh? I should probably teach the system how to make these. Do you know how to make Enuri crystals? You totally do. Cool. So let's get a couple. Should see that poof over there being made. Nice. And then for that, we're going to need to know how to make, so let's see. So if we want to make the empowered version, that's going to require a snowball, cobblestone, button, and gray dye. So let's teach you how to make gray dye. It's just, that'll do? Sure. And then a button, you need to know how to make one of those. That'll do. And now snowball, that's going to be the real trick. I think macerator, extractor. How about snow itself? Water around a pure daisy makes snow. That's not terrible. So if we got ourselves a bucket. Let's sleep through this night. So here's a trick. Take a regular flower and add 2 glowstone, and you get a glowing version of this flower, which is pretty cool. Then what you're going to want to do is, I think it's tall grass. So if I got my shears out, got some tall grass and dropped it in here, we would get pasture seeds. Okay, pasture seeds plus dirt plus a flower yields a floating version of that flower. And if you combine that with any useful flower from Botania, you get a floating version of that useful flower. And the reason this is going to be useful here is because the floating version won't be affected by flowing water. The regular version does. So if you dump water here on a regular flower, it's going to wash the flower away. But the floating version, it totally won't, which is cool. You know, obviously you could also put cobblestone on the sides and do 4 pieces of snow at a time, but this way we can do 8. Cool. So a minute later, we'll have snow. Hey, there we go. Sweet. Okay, cool. I totally expected you to do the sides as well, because these are source blocks, right? It must only do it in the corners, expecting you to play. That's interesting. Cool. Oh, hello. I did not intend to do that. See what I mean about washing away the flour? Whoops. So let's take our 3x3 away from here, right? So if I break these, that's kind of actually interesting. We can easily automate this, like super easily, right? Every time we break the snow, it's just going to make more. It's something to keep in mind. Anyway, I was doing things. That's right, snow. So we're going to want to put these patterns in here. And then we're going to want gray dye, which, you know, we might have to do something about ink sacs at some point. Or maybe we'll use, like, something else for gray dye eventually. But this will work. And then the button, the snowball, and the cobblestone, right? Plus the Inyori crystal, which I have on me. Cool. So let's clear this pattern. So you, and you. Cool. I'm going to put you away. Let's go down here and see what we have by way of these automations. So you should know that you're allowed to insert a button. This guy over here can be my snowball. And we're starting to get to that point where we're going to need more things. Right? This guy can be my gray dye. And this guy can be my cobblestone. And your whitelisted insert can be Inyori crystals. So if I just pop these in here, we should see crafting occurring. Yay! Gonna take this out so that we can add it to the extract list. So now you're allowed to extract empowereds. And then we want to also add that to this importer so it sucks the empowereds back in, right? So once the empowereds are done being crafted, they get sucked into here. And there you go. Cool. So then we come over to this dude, grab that empowered that just got sucked in, add it to the pattern, check and check. And I know we're getting close to wrapping up, but I just want to try out a couple things. What we'll probably do is just make another empowered, just to make sure everything's good. Yay, that totally works. Beautiful. Okay. So if I want to make an advanced energy laser relay, nice. Let's get 4 of these. So notice how it didn't put any items into the chest until it had the iron. Now it's putting the items in, and it starts crafting. Cool. I like that. I like it a lot, actually. Okay, so energy laser relays. Another advanced. There we go. 3 advanced. That'll be good enough for me. Now, do I have the stuff to make my capacitor? My 25 million? Yeah, I do. All right, so you're coming up. You're going down. And see how he's getting the 1,000 or so RF a tick? So this connection stayed in place, which is cool. I do want to have this guy be input on the top and probably output on the bottom so that we're clear about where things are coming from. So you're sending over about 500-ish RF a tick. Let's go replace these lasers and check this out. So if I pop you here... Now this is the second of 3 tiers, right? There are a total of 3 tiers of this laser relay system. This one I want to say is going to be 10,000 RF a tick. So laser stored. Stored. Poof. So you have the capacity to do 10,000 RF a tick, but he's doing 5,000 at the moment because that's a limit on this thing. So you're doing a net loss here. Okay. So our net loss is a little different, right? Because we're losing about 4,000, but we're producing about 1,000, right? Well, losing 5, producing 1 for a net of 4. And then down here, you're receiving around 4,300 RF. So that's pretty cool, actually. I'm down with that. All right. So I think that's going to be a good wrapping up point. What I will do is then, and these guys connect to this one? I've actually never tested it. Yeah, I guess so. Sweet. Okay, cool. And now what are you getting over here? 2,000. Okay. So it splits it in half, even if it's not needed. So that's kind of a bummer. I'm not sure how much I love that idea. We'll figure that out, though. Anyway, wrapping up point. So, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next episode and do a little bit more fun stuff. At this point, we're probably going to drop down to close to 1,000 soon. Yeah, we're getting to that point because it's about to break even. Yeah, with the RF income that we're getting. So yeah, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. The nice thing about this, by the way, is that it recharges things like your battery way faster. We're recharging this battery at like a huge amount, which is great. All right. Take it easy, guys.